And at the top of the table is 6 points. Speedball Gold League action. Francisco Khan of the AEW for Darby Allin in the Continental Classic Wrestling. The AEW Women's World Tag Team Bombs.
This is the AEW Women's World Bomb.
Get here. Riho and Alex Windsor in the open all-day death match last week. Now here.
Yeah, I mean, they had to take some count to make the strategic mind of Tony.
The numbers come to mind here. Tony, Storm, Willow, and Harley never lost to him.
Our opponents,
Willow Nightingale's singles track record this tournament. They drew Athena, Mercedes in the semifinals. An unlikely
round match against Athena and Mercedes. Thought that the Babes of Wrath would win that match.
We see Aubrey Edwards. Ray will have a winner. We will have new champion. Massive winter is coming. Broad CBS and HBO Max.
Exciting time to be a fan ever in AEW TV, and it starts tonight.
Sides. And has been wrestling well above.
Especially in this tournament. Newfound confidence in Harley Cameron.
From Mina Shirakawa, now Harley Cameron rolling.
Jimmy is just really for confidence and nothing.
Harley posting up in the corner. And well, that was something that Brian did to me in a Ukrainian hall in Detroit. Slowing the pace down now. Hammer throw into the ropes. Harley driving. Gets the tag. Toni Storm, Willow Nightingale.
In AEW in the women.
Yeah, and arguably two of the most popular.
Applied by Willow Nightingale. Here, the 50.
For Timeless Toni Storm. She has a
Women's World Champion, Timeless Toni Storm. Her name seems somewhat lost as things just breaking down here. Reversal there by the Timeless Love Bombs. Pair of boots, one for.
Harley go down on the floor after him. How about that?
Going in and holding Mina and Tony's. The Babes of Wrath have exhibited
here. They're just as smooth as ever.
Victory in the first round against two highlight. You think Mercedes Moné, the Athena, the longest reigning Ring of Honor country miles, as you would say, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're without a belt. You know,
to the face from Mina Shirakawa and a backbreaker.
This would be the lady. Harley probably the least of.
I agree, Tony, and I think that in tag matches, they were able, Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa, the advantage. I think
bombs in now. Toni Storm set. And Harley able in the corner of the Timeless Love Bombs. Reach to get the tag to Willow, but the standing switch.
Great counter from
former TBS champion once, now overhand.
How about this?
But Mina, swift shot to the mid. Tapped and tags. Both trouble.
Right now, it's kind of one-on-one.
And Willow with Mina in the corner. Drives Mina out. Mina able to kick out. Isolating Harley Cameron, but now it seems that.
I would disagree a little bit. I thought the Timeless Love Bombs hitting Harley when they had her. Harley was able to counter, able to tag into Willow. Willow in this match.
Well, that's because of her power as much. And Harley getting into it as well.
By Willow Nightingale. Near leg is hooked. Controlling the pace here, and so many big past Saturday on Collision was Jack Perry stepping up to take Darby Allin's place in the. Darby said if Jack's going to inherit Darby's spot, Darby in this whole thing.
I think that's good. It's certainly bad to see that Darby Jackson was starting with 0 points.
As Willow dizzying up Mina Shirakawa.
You know, having to kick out of those repeated pinfall depletes
the opponent's gas. Now coming in. The knee. Use all her power to kick out of that one. Now Harley, gas tank even further. Believe winners coming as the first Timeless Love Bomb, or will it be the Babes? Few moments and seem tonight.
Absolutely, and we are going to, as you said, we are just getting started. So many great on the horizon here tonight.
Off the ropes, and remember, we could have a new champion, Men's World Championship, but right now, Love Bombs and Mongolia for Harley and Willow.
Toni Storm is just so talented
as she tagged in, and now could be looking for the chicken wing.
She needs to get Harley.
It's a great move by Willow to get that.
Reversed by Mina Shirakawa. Boot for Harley. Rolls through, steps through. Willow and wrenching the knees.
And you can see the damage on Harley.
That figure four. Turns the corner, and Harley Cameron in deep water here. Mina, but Toni Storm brings Mina over.
At least.
Yeah, I think
Willow she's battering Toni, battering Mina. That would have been it. Willow and Toni were down here tonight, the first night of Winners Coming Day. 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30, and HBO Max for Collision Winners coming this Saturday.
And so much history on the line here. There will only be one first-time champion alive. And you hear the chant from the fans.
stakes as it gets. I mean, both to these women to be the first.
Corners Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale through Willow's guard, and now has Harley sling blade. Is that going to be it? The senton to break up the pinning prediction.
Had the win, if not for Willow Nightingale.
And lands this, at least for a moment now. Mina.
Yeah, it sure seems like it. Now Mina's going toe-to-toe with Harley back.
Right. Mina looking for that back. Remember, Harley Cameron earlier this year, surgery, so that spinning driver Mina could be Harley. Slips behind. With the power bomb.
First tag team Cameron Bates up.
Underdogs no more. EW Women's World Tag Team and Harley Cameron.
You said underdogs no more. Excalibur.
Been shocking us in every round of this tournament.
Well, let's head to the ring and Renee.
Wrath, the Babes of Wrath did it. Huge congratulations. This is in AEW. Can you guys put into any word? EW Women's World Tag Team.
First field fight. Harley's mouth is all blood. Proud of myself, of course, but I'm so proud. And she is so great. In the ring on my second ever match. All elite women.
Congratulations, ladies.
We have Raw Babes.
Coming off with a back end. Toni and Mina extending the hands from the other tournament finalists. But Harley Cameron, Willow Knight kicking this huge week of action off. Women's World Tag Team Champions with 15 match tonight. The Ops, Katsuyori Shibata, power for the first time ever. The unlikely duo. Main event tonight, Eddie Kingston will challenge championship. A big night right now.
Hello, Eddie. After now you'll receive the man that you looked up to, whose footsteps you followed in, Eddie. Man has been standing in front of you to thrill me. Eddie, I do not care about men. It was a once tonight. Oh, who's gonna show you the reality?
Okay, I am feeling alive. Circumstances aren't ideal. Classic time is running out. Again, if there is one and I can score big, go ahead. If you need, maybe you just suck. No, people, for them. If they are not willing to work, we're the hungriest group of why we are the hardest working group of every single day.
And every day, and that's why we are the hungriest. That's why we are. That's lame. I'm telling you right now. And if it's what we're gonna do every single time.
Garcia, he'll be challenging Mark Briscoe for that. Moxley, even by his own admission, favorite Justin Roberts.
Yes, 20-minute time limit. Versus 3 pounds. Jungle.
Stepping into the Continental Classic, let's head to Renee Paquette.
Perry is certainly feeling the weight of Century Place and out of action Darrow. Tonight, Jack stands across the ring from the measuring stick of greatness and in right. All bearing in mind, Jack Perry is not.
Of Don Callis, our broadcast.
Aichi Japan. Weighing 200 by champion, the Rare Kazuchika!
Champion. Daring, that international champion. And as this is a Continental, absolutely no interference. 1 point for each man in the event. Joining us here at the desk, not in a management stipulation, as an announcer, Don. I'm here. Joining portraying us as a highly partisan.
Danielson does.
Perry coming out of the gates hot.
This is his first singles match, and I think that's a great plan.
AEW coming against us. Wow. Imagine, Don, some residual kind of anger because of what you have.
Listen, Jack Perry's a smart guy. He understands. So I disagree with your
Make money, Don.
There's no money in it.
Comes out huge. Drop kick past Saturday Collision. He was not cleared to compete spot, inheriting his scores for the cover. The far leg is hooked. That means Jack make it to the semifinals. In the semifinals, the goal 27th. Now Arena, Chicago, Illinois final round matches, and the finals.
Come for AEW, and wow, look at
1, 2.
You know, the marketable athletes, and that's what I said this kid is on every level.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, actually. Oh, and here's Jack Perry just taking. Oh, my goodness.
To the way down, but Jack holding on to the opposition for Jack Perry.
Let Okada slip out, and we saw the...
As you know, let's take a look once again, Brian.
Look, talked about it being an emotional business. I think that's where emotion's out of it.
Thank you, Brian.
Business last week when Okada landed the ring that you brought to the ring. Where
a big part of it.
Possession is 9.
Okada sends Jack Perry's advantage. Everybody comes into the Continental Class points. Jack comes into the tournament.
I often say life's not fair. It's off to be here.
Okada League contest in the 2025 Continental.
The floor on top of him, and she's in a bad situation right now.
Most certainly, but he keeps going back. Some sort of damage done to his ankle. You see.
Sometimes you see a kid that's there to be as tough as he is. I think it's very
tag team champion and TNT champion now covered.
Just to send a message, I believe, Mr. Daniels.
Okada's not going after that leg.
I think the aptitude.
Emergency for Okada. He's going to wrestle this match.
That's a great point. That could be. He knows that people can recover from short caliber of Jack Perry.
Collect a paycheck.
And by you trying to bury me.
2.
Done with months of planning.
Even that
rugrat kid here
looks and being tough and rough. You don't need Tony to bury you. You bury yourself. Maker. Our first Gold League action of the evening in the 2020. It's 6 points on the board here to inheriting. Darby 0 points, so his first 3 points in the tournament.
This young fighting spirit kind of.
Don Callis, the walking on the screen, then the Gold League, Kyle Fletcher, Ubbings. Okada now getting the better of Jack Perry, and that's
Perry wants to get into a strike battle with her. Jack Perry needs to use his quickness.
Oh, you see the Blue League. The Blue League table is 6 points. Moxley, he wants to keep his hopes alive in the tournament. A 10 count to both Kazuchika.
Caliber because he's smart. He understands.
Jack Perry time to recover as well. I think Okada to attack.
Hammer throw into the corner. German suplex.
Now here he comes. Here comes Jack.
Great riding a wave of momentum as we touch. Jack lands the DDT near leg. 2 count for Perry.
I think Jack fell down and still was able to do.
Classic matches. All 20 win, 1 point for each man in the. Here you see the bottom of the screen will be in Carter, then New York City back-to-back nights, December 20th and 20th. Chicago, AEW T-Top. Elbow drop.
That is a tremendous, that may be the best elbow drop.
Say that again. That's fantastic.
That's the drop in the business.
No Kiker, no Perry. Behind, pointed.
Jack.
Half the clock has elapsed in this Gold League match. Reverse Hork on Rana from Jack Perry. Looking for that running knee strike. He finds it.
Well, Jack Perry.
Brian, for a man with months, Jack Perry is standing toe-to-toe.
Pressed. I mean, there's a lesson here, but Jack Perry was focused on the reunion of the. And now here he is taking the best.
I don't know.
Oh, biting hand.
Jack forced to abandon ship.
Proceed 2.
Okada looking for.
Oh, he bit him in the crotch. Bite him in the crotch again.
Good one. The snare trap is in.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
But now the snare trap.
She should be checking for
verge of tapping. The
It's smart by Okada.
And Okada still.
Call it that. I call that assault.
Sure, Jack Perry, he knows he can't afford to get to Classic.
Jack Perry's a hothead. We all
trying to hoist up Okada, but Okada hammers and maintains with boom control.
Look at this. Gonna punish him.
The Perry back upright, looking for a second.
Big mistake by Okada.
And
wow. Oh.
Kazuchika Okada.
Updated standings, Kazuchika Okada, the gold league table, but to gain 6 points with the possibility, the potential to move up to
This family, they're in charge here. The standings in the
Okada victorious over Jack Perry here today. Don Callis family and somebody
grabs it off the table.
I have something important to say. Okay, it's okay, guys. Yep, get him up. Jack, fantastic wrestling match. Jack, there's no you. And watching that match, the Bucks, $1 million performance tonight, I kind of think maybe... Because Jack, what... You've always missed and you lack direction. You lack a team of offering you a spin. You a one-time only. So out of the Young Bucks money. Jack, this is a great offer. And Jack, enough for you. I mean, I got to. Someone's handing you the best. Jack, Rimas, and there's one of you to cut your strings and put you in a chair.
And it looks like, for the second, a little more than I can chew.
Diving into the fray as ill-advised as it may have been on one.
Bringing the dinosaur!
The reinforcement. Luchasaurus calculate. The only reinforcement for Jack Perry. And wiping out the Don Callis fist. And Luchas and Okada. BT trigger. Trying to pay off the Young Bucks. And wait a second. A bullet, so to speak. It took a super. And Rocky Romero gets planted by Luke. Callis family trying to usher Don Callis with their bodies.
I love to see these guys standing.
Family intervention and some much needed here tonight, but our Carrion, the conglomeration, Women's World Tag Team Champion, continues here on TBS and Max. Oh, and her bad beats.
For you, your downfall starts.
Gear when you were unsuccessful in Monet. Does that sound unsuccessful?
13 championship belts to 12.
Get the out of my.
How angry she is.
The greatest TBS champ. I'm a global wrestling. Eddie Kingston, tonight you are championship against Samoa Joe. AEW. How are you feeling heading into this match?
But what I've been really thinking of, today's the anniversary. I'm just hoping I make title out to see. Now we're getting too emotional. Though. Well, because you don't know how many times you're going to have a shot. I'm trying to be real cool about this because I really respect for you. Look, Joe, all that good jazz, right, with all your homies and with going down easy, huh?
She shot tonight, live hands. Let's bring in the new T-Go.
Reach for the... Despite the fact that it came in November last month at Full Gear, truly one of the...
And especially the match itself, and then just raising it up, raising that to scrambling, it was an incredible moment.
The start time, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Get back to the ring, and Tony Schiavone.
That's right, Earl Wales. You will defend the TNT mark.
Yes, sir. Tony Schiavone. Individuals was saying Mark Briscoe can't win the big one. Well, I know that the haters are still out there. Folks of Atlanta, Georgia, baby. What's that tell you, Tony Schiavone?
Tells me you're the...
I would just like to respectfully, and that is that y'all...
Gordon Bright.
That's absolutely true.
One thing to become a champion, but it's a whole nother. So it all starts. Saturday, I'll be defending my title against Danny Garcia.
Stop you there before you keep him barely.
Whiny drone could belong to only 1 minute.
Low-hanging fruit, man. See you right.
As Wheeler Yuta alongside Danny Garcia.
We also one of the chickens you farm.
Yuta, that was a good one, man. I'm not going to lie to you. And about Mark, too. But I'm not going to say nothing. I'm looking at you up and down, face to face, sad. More sad is when I beat you on the champion and you have to figure out.
Now, Danny boy. But tonight, yes, and there will be a damn shame on folks of Hotlanta. Fight for the picking. Make your move.
Oh, Daniel Garcia. Garcia being restrained by Marina and Yuta.
Too.
Yeah, that would be great.
Having to be held back this Saturday afternoon, the PM Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Winter is coming. Mark Briscoe looked to make this the former TNT champion in
Briscoe all the way. I think Mark just showed
right now. Understand there's a situation developing. Triangle of Madness. What we saw Saturday at Collision, Tony.
Yeah, look at this.
Ladder and Hater this Saturday, but now Chris Step. Taking on Sky Blue, the Julia Hart, the sisters of 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m.
A tornado tag team match, the AEW World Trio and Powerhouse
Joe. Ops Dojo coming to the ring with a big night potentially against and found themselves on the same page. Wait a second. He's up. Chain, and I believe the stick. Hangman and Swerve once again, and now Shibata and Hobbs, the crowd. And the right hand of the chain wrapped around his fist. Look at that staple gun.
My God.
The Ops Dojo. Oh, the big match can officially begin. Hangman and Swerve laying. For the staple gun. Grabs for the first time ever in his battle.
But we saw what Shibata did on. It was Joe that sent him in there.
That is playing out before.
Crazy.
Brought up into the Swerve and Shibata. And but a low blow. Officially begun. Tag match, but right now, before the bell, it's almost like
bell ring. You got to get in the ring. But
boy, Hangman, he's got cars.
Give that man a beer.
Hangman and Shibata. Swerve in that chair, and now them in the pulls up Swerve landing for Swerve Strickland. As we stick with the action tonight, Dynamite. Order.
Absolutely. I thought he was going to try to walk down the steps with him, but it's so dangerous, bro.
Dangerous for the combatants, dangerous for anybody who's wielding that steel chair. The crowd, I mean, this is a dangerous situation. Look at this.
Look at, Hangman was about. Swerve with Shibata seated in the chair.
What Joe's thinking about all this, I know he's got that Waps, the Trios champs, right now.
Hangman
on that concrete as well. He came spilling out of the
side area, but meanwhile, Powerhouse Hobbs down the steps with Hangman. And slumber from underneath the ring, but down on the head of Powerhouse Hobbs. Our announce desk.
Oh, brother. In this battle makes place to be.
Hobbs sent over, set up on the table. We are live in Atlanta. Hangman Adam Page. NATO tag team match of the match, which has not. Oh, Shibata flying in. Referee taking the chance, as odd as it seems, after no DQ match.
Yeah, when a tornado, all competitors are legal at all times. You're not supposed to be able to use foreign objects.
Tony, it's because it all happened before the bell, and the Ops taking advantage of that fact. Man, coming into this match, into the steel cage against blood still. Ops very heavily, who after that bloody cage match, he'd underwent surgery earlier this year, and he's ready to fight tonight.
He's back. He's got his sights set on the A. But what's interesting here is that, his team still wants that AEW World Championship.
Great about AEW. Great matches in crazy matches. Crown, and then
entry suplex delivered by tremendous power slam by Hobbs.
I think Will Hobbs and Shibata, they should be capitalizing while Swerve's age.
running around ringside, checking by Katsuyori Shibata in that high boot into the midsection. A devastating.
Great punch from Will Hobbs. Champion Hangman Adam Page.
Stay out of there.
Nada needs to be careful. High boot into the jaw. Powerhouse Hobbs. Hangman Adam Page. Hobbs to the ring. Swerve opposite side. Hangman and Hobbs. Down on Swerve Strickland. Shibata rolls through. Transition into the sweep. Swerve.
I was going to say Shibata is so quick, which he is, but I think he's especially.
Swerve Ryan in his time off. He is most certainly not slowed down a step.
He looks the stronger.
But Hobbs intervened. Powerhouse Hobbs. Hangman looking for the buckshot. Shibata.
Anything goes. That's another bucker.
Is Katsuyori Shibata. Swerve. And Swerve. Stop!
Nothing he can do about it. He was going.
Shibata was locked in. Hangman Adam Page and Swerve coming in. Tag team match. Hobbs.
Well, you know what, Brian? That's exactly what we even got back in the ring, aren't you? The way it starts.
Just deft Shibata, Adam Page, and Swerve Strickland.
We talked so well. He can really go. Look at this.
Hangman up to his leaps. Drives down Powerhouse Hobbs.
Hell already seems to have frozen over.
This is it from either man. So much.
You want Powerhouse Hobbs trying to. Hobbs. And Hangman.
Hell, they're not done.
Strickland. 1, 2, 3.
Hangman Adam Page.
The same page. The evening tonight as Josh Alexander, the Alexander, Swerve Strickland one-on-one. This 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Pacific, featuring Raekwon, the chef of the W.
Stole my money. And you may think this is yours, that possession is 9/10 of the law. I am prepared to drag, but I would much rather get my power. I've got Okada, I've got Hechicera. You should find yourselves a partner, and in Mango 3-on-3 gets the $1 million.
Well, I have gang. They've decided to be handsy with the greatest tag team alive today. See, a lot of people believe that the world's lie, the world's most dangerous narcotic, everyone in AEW, when they get in front of this camera, where they believe that they deserve and can win a champion, Juice Robinson. Next week, here, you will finally get that opportunity, AEW World Tag Team Championship, of that addiction. So, of Dynamite, you won't be able to declare going to be at the back of the line and the top guys.
We're excited about a return to Cardiff this week from tonight.
6 step for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit, 177 pounds. Bailey!
5 Continental Classic, but this upcoming one, 12 Bailey.
12 points could get you in. Of the goal.
Weight 149 pounds.
Spain 2025 Continental Classic, but
Kyle Fletcher has been 6 points. However, Speedball Mike Bailey only is do or die for him. Kevin said the Continental Championship will not.
Braggadocious as ever.
You know, we mentioned 12 points. That is what in the 2025 Continental Classic, Fletcher, he has said that he is 5 wins, 15 points for the opposition. Speedball Mike Bailey, he's hungry.
To him a little bit earlier today. He told me that a very difficult opponent.
You see at the bottom of your screen the semifinals of the 2025 Continental Classic, Now Arena, Chicago, Illinois, AEW.
Well, last year, of course, you mentioned that of any wrestler in the tournament last year, so 12, and that can propel you right to the top.
The early roundhouse kick from Speedball Mike Bailey.
That's what Mike Bailey should be focusing on, and what he's best at. He does such great damage with
things at the bottom of your screen based on the result, early points each, but Kyle Fletcher, Fletcher rounding the shoulders, and now could go up to 7. Fletcher able to kick out.
Ball attempts.
Right. And that's the idea, right, Brian? You got to try to win this game in the ring, standing firm.
Tony, I think that shows calmly earlier. He and Kyle Fletcher won, and that was in 2018. Mike Bailey won that match.
Some point in his career, Kyle Fletcher proud since then. He has matured. One
of the best in the world.
to the midsection by
Atlanta's been always a great wrestling. And Kyle just playing into it. Look,
Fletcher, that leaping stomp.
Kyle Fletcher's the stomps of a normal man. Oh, but look.
Look on Ronald's hit and speedball through the rope.
I think that time that Fletcher was expecting like a...
He's so adept at coming from unexpected. Unfortunately, now speedball. Fletcher. Completely different animal than speed.
Not sure. Oh, is he going for a cover? No, on the planet right now at putting together back-to-back.
Commanding lead here in this gold, but Bailey slips free. Bailey, drop kick off the middle rope.
Back on offense right there.
His feet maybe fighting his way back into this.
Yeah, get the big guy off the mat.
Now speedball, shooting star press and buster. Bailey countered, knee strike to the... Too overzealous, pays the price. Holy cow! Tremendous move there by speedball Mike Bailey to the floor.
You didn't expect him to hit with. Yes, sir.
Almost at Fletcher, trying to create some deer.
It's not bad. You get some time on the...
Fletcher caught Bailey coming in with a thrust kick. Brainbuster blocked, and Bailey hammering down.
Fletcher may hit. If so, that could have an impact on this match.
Ooh, Fletcher grabs the... Think of that knee drop.
Oh, God.
Mike Bailey as this match continues. It's a huge if, Tony.
I don't think...
Look at his lower back, the small of his lower...
Oh, no.
Oh. No easy task. This is not like his hard work, and it's become that much.
I'm telling you right now that Kyle Fletcher could win this.
It might be better for Mike Bailey. This was must win for him. But
the leg is hooked, the cover's made, and
that kick out happened is because Kyle for left shoulder. You just saw.
So that's maybe overconfidence. Maybe it's the same thing. I don't know.
I think this is a bad strategy from Kyle Fletcher.
This spine of speedball Mike Bailey. Thinking perhaps, but speedball fighting with every. Speedball leaps off the Fletcher onto the barricade, but speedball.
Damn! How about that?
Ralph Fletcher trying to see. Both men back into the ring. What a battle that is! A battle that is unfolding. In an increasingly physical battle. It's heavy lapsed on the clock. 10 more to the winner. 1 point to both men in the event of a draw. The slam of the physicality of this World Metal Classic.
Yes, and I agree with you. But he is
the half and half on the ring apron to Fletcher.
Come on, kid, roll him in the ring.
With his back on the barricade.
Look, speedball Mike Bailey.
Wow.
Best of Kyle Fletcher, but the wince.
And he keeps his hand. Having a hard time even standing. Look at the...
He's not the only one having problems standing as well.
Mango driver. See for speedball Mike Bailey. Now with Fletcher. He's got Fletcher down. Self on the top. Shooting star press, but flip. And now Fletcher. They're moving with purpose here.
No! Can't believe it! My God!
This. Mike Bailey just kicked out.
For this match, we talked about the primaries on display fully. 6 points of leading the goal. And there you see the bottom of your screen. Send live on pay-per-view. Saturday, AEWTIX.com or on pay-per-view. Changing. Massive shot.
Pops and not kicks here.
He's back.
Yeah, that's a great point, Tony.
Himself open. And now Fletcher on the move. Bailey, the miss of the powerbomb. No, Bailey to his feet, duck underneath. Through Fletcher, hoists up Bailey. 15 minutes have elapsed. Bailey
was almost on the mat.
Knee drop connects once again.
It's amazing.
What an incredible
two. Oh, Fletcher, it's on display. Could be looking for that time. Since Bailey covers 1, 2. Remains atop.
Get out of of it. He was going to shoot the left shoulder.
Going to take to beat Kyle Fletcher. He missed the final, making it all the way to the semi.
Fletcher determined to better. He knocked his block off. Bailey answers the thrust kick. The corner.
Oh my God!
Looking for the Bailey. What? Foul.
You have freaking night we are having.
Brian, that will, that drive on display.
Yeah, the chair seems even more determined this year. Yes!
He's too strong, Brian.
Wait a second, Bailey. Eyeing Fletcher. Oh, my God! Oh, the powerbomb against the clock ran off. Great buster. What? Danielson, like this sold-out crowd, and he had other designs. Fletcher was looking. The time. Two. Oh, Fletcher. Both men right hands. And, oh no.
Minute remaining.
1, 2, 3. Unbelievable. 3 points on the board in the Gold League. His partner like to celebrate, and Kyle Fletcher.
Less than a minute to go, and his first point, there it is.
Board with 3 points, but tied at the top of the table with 6. Wow, what a match. And fans, you or I, Progressive Insurance. Offer. You can learn more right now at Progressive.
Hangman Adam Page tonight at Winter is teamed with Swerve Strickland.
Next for me is a thing that has always been men's world championship. But regardless, I am coming for you.
Next week in Manchester, all the money.
You only say it, big man, huh?
You're probably right, huh?
Hell, simple as that. The elite. Precious money on the line, Don. He squared, must bid you adieu and all that stuff. And good night.
Wow, Kenny Omega, and they're facing the Don Callis family.
Your main event tonight, Simple. Into 144 pounds.
A distinct sense of purpose. It's not Joe betraying Kingston's words.
It's his return from the injury.
Dayton Beach, California, weighing 3, trails champion and the reigning world champion,
Have both crossed paths inside the ring with me. It was in Joe and mine first. He was relentless, even though you wrestled him a number of years later.
Joe has been that way his entire career. He played football in college. But Eddie Kingston, somebody who's not afraid to fight.
To go against Samoa Joe.
Eddie Kingston promises us the fight of it.
Marching forward, trying to occupy the center. There's some probing with the hands and feet by Kyle. Joe grinding. These two men, well-traveled, a combined experience for
big fight feel for this man.
Coming. Typically one of the biggest nights of the
been a night that we will never forget.
Yeah. Right. You've got to be kidding.
There you go.
Doing the right thing.
Let's not forget how instrumental Hook.
AEW World Championship match it takes. We just have one more break to come. Winter is coming.
I love this. This is going to be one.
Side headlock taken by Eddie Kingston, slowing Joe down, Brian.
And grinding his pocket. But look at Joe.
He leaguered here early on. Not a place you want.
And look at Joe just stalking him right now. His jabs. Mojo.
And hammering down, pun intended.
Look at that, but he's trying to get to his feet. I'm never just such determination.
Continental Classic, yourself included, but Kingston.
We have been really hard on Eddie Kingston's
main event match. We'll get back to that thought in a moment. Brian, you know that the potential sometimes by his self-doubt sometimes to draw it out of him has some.
I mean, sometimes him more fired up than when he fought back like his life depended on.
And neck crank. Joe forced to back up Samoa Joe use a rope break like that, Tony.
Yeah, Eddie found a weakness. I'm not so sure.
Just Joe walking it off.
Will Eddie Kingston is winner and go toe-to-toe with Samoa Joe. Look.
They're just...
Caught Eddie. Both men swinging for the fences here.
Oh, that one,
Brian, you leave yourself open. And
a shot across the... How many times? I can't remember a single time.
Swinging hard, drop, invoking the name of when Funk won the World Championship on the anniversary. AW Dynamite. We're joined by Tony Schiavone, Bryan Danielson, and the challenger, Eddie Kingston. Joe out yet.
No body.
That was good. Joe with that uppercut.
He's been down now. Eddie's got to keep the big man up.
Joe trying to rise up. Coming, remember this Saturday. Early start time, coast to coast for Collision. Winners, Nosuke Takeshita. Blue League action. Heavyweight champion for the IWGP World Heavyweight. The AEW World.
In here tonight for the AEW World.
And thus far, Tony.
Of Eddie. Eddie from the sellout.
About how many people but was talent, but we failed to look at what's right in front. About how he doesn't know how many last one. He's giving it everything he's got. In Samoa Joe.
And attempting to get off his feet. Did you see that?
Enziguri and through the ropes.
Joe just hanging on the top rope.
Hey, I'm not sure.
Brian very easily could have broke his boot like that.
To be fair, it wouldn't be the first.
Both in the ring and out. Doesn't care where he has to fight with all of his heart. Like he is.
Fight with Eddie. Right to the... And you mentioned her 60-minute time limit world title.
And
Joe, though, answering. Digs deep. 2 chops. A second. Kingston.
Be careful here.
And Kingston kicks out.
You know, from that time, wanting Eddie to hit the rope. See that? Joe.
Brian, the hips of Samoa Power Slam in such quick succession. He moves, size.
It's unbelievable. Able to snap a power slam like that, resulting knees to the jaw.
And Eddie Kingston. He's Joe, though. Damaged face of Eddie Kingston. Kingston. Oh, 1, 2.
Boom, dropped him right.
This crowd, they want to see the coronation. They want to see. Plants Kingston, and now is cinched in.
Kingston biting Samoa Joe's stuff.
Both men up to their feet. Beat Shibata, but Joe, either by happenstance or by strength.
It's a smart move, and now Eddie knows it.
That's a check. Eddie managed to do it.
The high ground, the advantage, the Hurricane, the spinning back fist. Joe is ready. Chop down. Eddie Kingston.
Here comes.
Kikina clutch. Joe is ready for it. And Eddie, the hand on the lead. But Eddie.
AEW World
By Samoa Joe anticipating the Kingston up inside to tap out.
But Joe, he got the...
More to come, Excalibur, an early start. Wednesday from Manchester.
Is official for the holiday best. The Elite, the Young Bucks, Kenny and Kazuchika Okada plus FTR gang next Wednesday night from Leaves. Winner is coming as the Wednesday night Dynamite Diamond Ring.